Hello beer stalkers, I'm Kathryn DeSinaasappelen, your beer mistress, and today we are trying this beer, Hoegaarden's White Beer. I'm very excited about this beer because there was a point in Belgian history, why won't you open, where white beer was not made by anyone. And then Hoegaarden brought back the style, I believe in the 1960s, and now many people are starting to make white beer, and so you need to drink your white beer to support the continuation of the making of white beer. And this beer is very interesting because it is made with wheat and normally it's spiced. So I have high hopes because I don't know, but when I read about it online, it sounded like an October sort of Thanksgiving type beer because it has coriander, citrus. My hopes are very high. Yeah, I'd say this is sort of like a citrusy, sort of lemon color, as you can see. Yeah, I would say that there's sort of a citrusy beer taste, or beer smell. And so let's try this beer. Smakelijk. Oh wow, wow. I need to come up with more words than wow. How can I describe this? Let me think on it while I taste it again. Alright, this is not a sweet beer by any stretch of the imagination. It's very, very, very bitter. This is a beer that I think you're going to have to work up to unless you like bitter things. However, there is a citrus taste, but it's not sweet. How can I don't know how to describe this. It's very good. I like the taste of it, but it is a bitter taste. By the way, this is the bottle cap, and as you can see, the regular beer is just blue. Oh, and yes, this is 4.9% alcohol, so it's up there. We need a refill, and I realize I still haven't really described the taste of it, other than it's bitter, and I think you guys get that now, it's bitter. Alright, this doesn't have a beer taste per se because it's made with wheat, and not any of the other beer ingredients like hops, for example. It's bitter and refreshing. Like, that's the best way that I can describe this. It starts off with this really almost like off-putting taste, to be honest, but then it ends on this very refreshing note. Almost like after you brushed your teeth and you just feel like, ah. That's how this beer makes me feel at the end note. Yeah, that's like exactly how it is. It's a very good beer. I would give this, what would I give this? I would give this 5 out of 5 stars, honestly. Like, it's a really good beer. I would definitely get this again. I think it's very enjoyable. But if you don't like bitter things, then you're most likely not going to like this because there's nothing sweet about it. There's no sweet beginning, middle, or end note. There is no sweetness. Yeah, I can feel the alcohol going to my head, in all honesty. I feel a little tipsy now. What would this pair well with? It says white beers are supposed to go with fish. However, in all honesty, considering just how bitter this is, I'm not sure that it would go well with something like fish. Because in my mind, I think that this would go perfectly with something like sweet potatoes or like pumpkin pie, because I feel that the sweetness and the bitterness would offset each other and would just marry really well. But that's just my opinion. I'm not a beer expert. What do I know? God, this is really good. The only downside is that every time I drink it, I can feel it hitting my stomach because the alcohol content is a lot higher than, say, a lambic, which is normally between 2 to 3% alcohol, and this is 4.9% alcohol. Alrighty then, you can come back on Mondays or Fridays for a Beer Mistress beer review. I pre-record these, so I don't know if Jinx is still going to be on hiatus or not, but let's just assume that she is. Subscribe to stalk me, follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Tootsies, may applesines. Yeah, my head is spinning. Oh yeah, I already did a refill. Yes, that's how tipsy I am. I forgot I did a refill.